Hello everyone, go ahead and connect to your guides. Let's go ahead and get some collective messages for April. What is coming forward for you for April? What do you need to hear to get you through April? Okay, let's just see what we need to hear for the month of April. What are some special messages for us? And as always, if you are interested in booking a personal with me, you can click the description box and click my shop and book with me there. And next Monday, so a week from today, I will be launching some products. So keep an eye out for that. Super excited for my product launch. Hoping for next Monday. And I've kind of talked just a little bit about products, but I'm going to be launching more than just that. So let's go ahead and see. You had 2 cards fly on out. So let's see what they say. Oh, there we go. Okay. It says, my world is a reflection of my thinking, and I love that that card came out, right? Because that's 100% true. Any boundaries, let me see if I can show it to you. Any boundaries that we set, it's stuff that we've set for ourselves, okay? Any, disbelief, any blockage, it's because of our mind. I feel sometimes like we get so caught up and carried away with certain things, and it's like you have this disbelief in your head, but not like it's not supposed to be reality. You just kind of put that blockage out there for yourself. I release all negative thoughts of the past and all worries about the future. Whatever didn't work out in the past, okay? It wasn't time. It's your time now, and that's all you need to focus on. When you fail at something in the past, or when something didn't work out, it wasn't ready, or it wasn't meant for you at that time. If you're still going for it and you're still called to it, that's for a reason, right? Like there's something that you're meant to do. And we had 3 more cards fly on out. I was only gonna pull 1 more, but 3 cards flew out. So let's see what they say. It says, I do not worry about things I cannot control. I love that, right? Because that's saying this all goes together. We can't control things, so why are we going to stress about it? That puts out a blockage for us, and that's some negative thinking that we don't need to have in there. I live in paradise of my own creation. My ability to conquer my challenge is limitless. My potential to succeed is infinite. I love that these are coming out. You can be successful in all that you want. It's all within you. Everything that you want is within grasp. And I think sometimes we get a little carried away, or we get a little too stuck in our heads. And I really want you to start the beginning of April, okay? So start now, but for sure start on April 1st, where it's any negative thought that comes to mind about a situation, I want you to completely remove it. I want you to think positive. If this is something where it's like you're asking for something to happen, you're asking for something about the future, but you're really worried about it, you're worried that it's not going to happen, it's time for you to just kind of like take control of your mind. And if you're asking for something to come through and you can't control if it's going to happen tomorrow, next week, next year, it's time for you to let that go and let the flow of life handle it, because if it's meant to be, it's going to be. You live in a paradise of your own creations. Your mind is so powerful. If you want something to happen, it's going to happen. And I think that's where you kind of need to stay. You can conquer any challenge that life throws at you. You're very resilient. You're very strong. And sometimes I think you forget that. It's like, for some reason, I feel like there's always a struggle, but you always find a way out. You always find a way to deal with the struggle, but you get really hard on yourself thinking, like you can't control this, or it doesn't make the stress any easier, right? It does not make it any easier by any means. But when you can understand that your stress is only causing you a blockage or causing you disbelief in your head, then I feel like you're able to push it out a little bit more. It's time for you to completely release any negativity and completely allow like any blessings to come in, and that's only going to happen if you're really like willing to let go of all the things from the past that haven't worked out, or all the negativity that's built up that made you think that you can't make it. Take a breather. Be proud of yourself. Be proud of the place that you've come from, okay? Sometimes we get so caught up in the moment that we forget that we started from spot A and we're all the way at C right now, okay? And I feel like for you, step into your power. It's time for you to gain control back. And oh wow, see, Aries, we have Aries and Aries. Work through your feelings. And then we have Pisces, honor your feelings. You really need to be proud of yourself, okay? There's something, take a reality check. Yep, Okay, I really want you to think about where you came from and where you're at now. Sometimes we get really caught up in the moment of not being at that finish goal. And if there's like an expectation or an end goal in head, I want you to release that and put that as just a goal, not an end goal, not a place that you want to be forever. I want you to have a spot in your head where it's like, I want to be here, but I'm going to evolve past that. There's no limits to your beliefs. There's no limits to your success. No matter what this is, there's no limits. And I think sometimes for you, you put a limit on yourself, you meet that limit, and it's hard to break past because in your head, you've already put that boundary out there. We need to release all boundaries because you are limitless, and it's time for you to be so proud of yourself. Sometimes you get really hard because you're not moving as fast as you want to. You're not making progress as fast as you want to. No matter what this is a general collective message, right? But through April, you really need to understand that it's when you get caught up in the moment and you start getting upset and you start getting frustrated with the spot that you're in, okay? Remember that you came from nothing and you're at this spot. If this is, a personal goal, something, I just feel like there's something where it's like you have really worried about all kinds of stuff. It's time for you to kind of get real with yourself and honor the fact that you have gotten from one spot to the middle, and you still have a long road, but at least you started your journey. And this just keeps popping up, so I really want to talk about this. If this is about your love life or about self-esteem or about something about love, okay, I really, really want you to just love yourself and be open to whatever is coming forward to you. It's time for you to allow life to bring you blessings, and sometimes we're thrown a curveball, right? Because it's a lesson that we need to learn. But for you, I feel like that you have, I feel like there's been like countless lessons and you're over it, but you wouldn't be as strong as you were without those lessons. You wouldn't know what you were going for without those lessons in the past, right? And sometimes we're shown things to not go in that position again. And I want to really say that for you. I just keep feeling that super strong. It's like you might be angry with a situation, like you allowed a situation to kind of evolve way past what it should have been or way more than it should have been. But here's the thing. You wouldn't have been where you are today without that happening. And is it unfortunate sometimes? Absolutely. But again, you needed that lesson to be stronger, to never let that happen again, to know your goals, know your ideas, and that wouldn't have happened unless something has happened in the past, okay? So let's go ahead and get a couple more cards and see we're going to pull some tarot too, but I want to pull some of these dream cards just to see what we have. We're going to pull 3 dream cards about the beginning, middle, and end of April. Sorry if you hear that vibrating, it's my phone. Okay, we have landscape and places. Are you comfortable in your environment? Do you wish to explore new experiences and perspectives? Do you wish to escape from present circumstances? Okay. And then we have freedom. I love that one says escaping, and then you have freedom coming forward. Free yourself from limiting beliefs and attitudes. Be advanced in freedom so others can be free to pursue their dreams. Unshackle the chains that bind you from the person that you want to be. And we have focus. For enlightenment, stay in the moment, chop wood, carry water, avoid distractions, meditate, bring unresolved issues into view. Okay, so with these coming forward, I really want to say it's time for you to, whatever is here in the present, okay, and it's seeming like, for you, I feel like it's time to kind of let go of anything that has binded you from not being able to move forward. And I feel like a lot of that is your own thoughts. It could be your environment. It could be people around you. It could be situations. It could be a workplace. This could be a relationship. There's something that binds you to your past, and it's time to let it go. It's time to release it. And you're ready to feel this freedom. You need to focus on this goal at hand. How do you get there? And keep walking. You can I feel like you'll have like a couple steps each day, but that's more than what you had the day before, and that's what you need to focus on. I'm moving forward. And for you, I really feel like this is, take a step out into nature and just talk to the universe, talk to spirit, talk to God, talk to your angels, talk to your guides. Whatever that is for you, okay? Meditate. When you take a shower, feel all of the negative energy rinsing off of you, especially with water coming through. If you need to just take your 5 minutes and for you it's sitting on the couch, that's fine. Take your minute and focus on the end goal. I want you to have a little bit more of a free spirit and free mind when it comes to this situation, because I think sometimes you get a little out of focus, and I think you're going to by the beginning of April, I think you're gonna kind of realize the environment that you're in, whether it be in your head, physically, mentally, whatever this is, okay? I think that you're going to realize the environment that you're around and how do you get to this freedom. And by the middle of April, we're kind of unleashing our boundaries that we've set up for ourselves, and we're focusing on how to get to where we desire to be. And it's time for you to get to where you desire to be. I feel like it's been a long time coming. It's a lot for you. I feel there's a lot of things in the past. There's a lot of, irritation or uncomfortability, frustration, whatever it is for you in your current spot, and it's time to completely release that. Yes, okay. Be patient and keep pushing. All right, I'm going to pull 3 cards for our beginning of April, our middle of April, and our end. So let's go ahead and start with our beginning. We're going to pull 3 cards for our beginning of April. Okay, you really need to get out of your head. You really need to get out of your head. I feel like there's something that you're really asking for to happen, but you really sometimes don't believe that it's going to happen for you. And you might be like, well, of course I believe that it's going to happen for me. But there's something negative in your head. I feel like this could be like, I want this to happen, but I don't know if it's gonna. I want to evolve, but I don't know if I am. Okay, because we have the Knight of Pentacles, we have the 4 of Cups, the Page of Wands, and the Queen of Wands. It's time for you to get out of your negative thoughts. Be patient and be courageous and persevere through any of this hardship that you hold yourself in. Be welcome to good news, okay? Be confident. Be ready for this magic to happen, okay? Like, there's magic in store for you, and it's time for you to learn to let go of any negativity that and sometimes I feel like there was a situation that's happened in your past, and you're frustrated that you're in the spot that you're in right now, and you're like, well, only if this wouldn't have happened at this time, then I would have been further, I would have done this, or if I didn't allow this to happen, I would have done this. It's okay, that was a lesson. And you know what? I feel like your future is brighter than whatever the path was that you were on, and in order to get away from that path, I don't feel like you ever would have. And so in order to get away from that path, you needed to go down a new path. You needed to be open to new possibilities, and in order for that, you had to walk away from that path. And is it sad or is it frustrating at times? Absolutely. But you needed to walk away from that path so you'd welcome up in a new idea or a new path, okay? So it's time for you to be confident and patient and persevere through any of this hardship. Let's go ahead and pull 3 cards for the middle of April. What is coming through for the middle of April? Oh my goodness, we have the Ace of Cups. I'm just going to show this, okay? At the middle of April, you are going to feel so emotionally fulfilled. There's a new beginning coming forward to you. And this is what I'm saying. I feel like you're going to feel that freedom that you've been asking for. Yes, here's that action coming forward. We're finally making movement. Yes. Here is that news coming forward that took a while, okay? This is why I'm saying persevere through some of that hard time, all right? Let's see. We had another card. Yeah. We're putting an end to this hardship, and I'm just going to put this here. We're putting an end to any hardship, and we're welcoming in our true happiness. Where is it that you truly want to be? What is it that you've really been asking for? We are finally having movement, and I don't know. I just feel like it's like you are celebrating, this movement and this happiness. And this could all be within. This could all be within. This could be a physical. This could be, I just feel like there's a lot coming in for you. And it's because you actually kind of got out of that mindset. And that's what I'm saying. I really want you at the beginning of April. I really want you, and even now, but at the beginning of April for sure, April 1st, I want you to release any negative thoughts. I want you to pray. I want you to pray for whatever it is that you want to come forward. I want you to ask, your guides to bring in good news and happy endings, and allow good things to come forward for you, because I feel for you, you want these to happen, but there's not a true belief that this is happening for you. We need to put an end to any negativity that's around us. And if this is a person or a situation and it's hard to walk away from them, it's time to walk away, because it's time for you to get your emotional fulfillment. It's time for you to work on you. And sometimes I feel like you are so caught up in other situations and other things, and it brings you down. It's time for you to do nothing but thrive, okay? And if you're gonna thrive, you need to fill your glass. And I feel like sometimes you worry you don't fill your glass to make sure that somebody else has water, and it's time for your glass to be full. It's time for you to be able to have that fresh drink, right? So let's go ahead and pull 3 cards for the end of April. What's coming through for the end of April? Oh, this card just flew on out. So we're going to pull 3 cards on top of this. Oh, you can't see it. Okay. So this card just flew on out. And this is, finally just feeling happy and prosperous. If this is, anything that, was bringing you down as far as not feeling loved or financially, here it is coming to be resolved. You're feeling, at home and supported and comfortable. You're feeling, like there is no more issues around you. So let's go ahead and pull 3 more cards. Can I get 3 cards for the end of April? How is the end of April going to go? Okay, we have the Empress coming forward. Here is you really taking action into your ending, okay? Here's you being creative. Here's you making things happen. And for some of you, because we have the 10 of Pentacles, now we have the Empress, this could be where, you're having a new beginning. This could be a baby coming in, a baby being born. There is some things coming forward for you. Yes, okay. So I want you to let go of this anxiety. I feel like there could be some anxiety that you hold on to. And I feel like there's also like a spot of guilt or a spot of uncomfortability. It's time to let that go. It's time to just completely move forward. Let me go ahead and pull. Ooh, okay. We just had some cards fly on out. So let's go ahead and see what they have to say. Let me grab them. Sorry, they're all down here. Okay. All right. So we have a couple cards flying out. Okay. So I want to tell you though, really fast, with these cards coming out, you're going to be really happy. I feel like there could be a little bit of anxiety, or worry. But remember, any worry or any anxiety that you have is yourself. It's time for you. It's time for you to not pour into other people's glass, okay? And when you start doing good and when you start doing this, you need to be determined for yourself to move forward. Stop worrying. Yeah. Be determined for yourself. Stop worrying about what other people are going to think, or, I feel sometimes people really tug on your heart space and it's not fair to you. It's time for you to get the leadership that you've been asking for, okay? And we have conflict coming forward and the 4 of Wands. Okay. So we have a lot of Wands energy in here, all right? And I really want to say, it's time for you really to move forward and feel happy and together again and successful and prosperous. I want you to be determined for this change. I want you to be, sorry, I'm just moving the camera so that way maybe it could focus a little more. I want you to be ready for this change. I want you to, if there is somebody who is, trying to, put you down, or somebody who's trying to drink your glass, whatever the case might be, it's time to put your foot down. It's time for you to be successful and just trust yourself and be optimistic about your future. I want you to be determined. Any negativity that comes forward, it needs to be pushed out, because by the end of April, I see you being able to step into this new role that you haven't had before, especially with the Empress. For those who are trying to start something new, here you are. You're coming through as the Empress, and this could be, you could be male, you could be female, but you're coming forward as the Empress. You're coming through as very strong and creative, and like you have it all together. Whatever this is that you're asking for is going to happen, and when it does, you're going to protect it. And here you are, like, protecting it, right? You're protecting whatever this success is for you, because you're like, I'm not going to let this happen where I'm put in position not to have this again. I'm not going to allow somebody to take my happiness again. It's time for you to move forward happily and be comfortable, and focus on the goal. Whatever this is, I need you to focus on your goal. Do not get distracted. Do not worry about who is disbelieving in you or who's doing this. Be focused on your success, okay? I hope everybody enjoyed their April collective messages. As always, if you are interested in booking a personal with me, I will leave it in the description box below.